Hey everybody, welcome to your weekend check-in video for Psych 5 Social Psychology for Saturday, March 27th. And if you're watching this, you may be surprised because maybe you thought I wasn't going to do one of these this weekend because our spring break is coming up there, but I'm kind of a workhorse, so I went ahead and just put it together anyway. Because it's important to kind of keep you up to date and remind you about things that are coming up there too. And these are pretty short too, so it's not long like one of my lecture videos. So hopefully you get something out of these. I'm going to go over this, the items like I usually do, and just a few important reminders. First up here is that your third exam was graded, and your scores were posted there earlier this week. So most of you did pretty well. And this week there were no other assignments, so you were off the hook as far as anything else. And that's kind of nice because you're also off the hook for next week too, because that's our spring break. So of course there's nothing assigned as far as any due dates or assignments there. So definitely enjoy your time off there. When you come back, we're going to pick up in our next unit of material, Unit 4, and that's going to be chapters 9, 10, and 11, which is all really interesting material there. And your first chapter in that unit, chapter 9, which is all about social influence, which is like really big time classic social psychology stuff, conformity, obedience, all that kind of good stuff there. Your discussion and quiz there for chapter 9 will be due that Friday, April 9th there. Okay? So just kind of heads up about that, but you'll see that there once you get back in touch with the course after your break there. Also a reminder that your literature review paper is coming up. It's going to be due on Monday, April 12th. Don't forget there are full instructions in the APA Literature Review module, which is underneath all of our course units. So if you scroll down past unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, underneath 5 you will see the APA Lit Review module, and there you'll see a complete set of instructions for part 2 of our paper, the final APA style literature review. When you look at the instructions near the top, you will see an embedded Word file which says instructions and checklist. So make sure you open up that file and take a look at it there, because once you look at that Word file, you will see all kinds of nice instructions for you, but you will also see there are some embedded web links there to the online writing lab, or the OWL, for things like the title page of your paper and the abstract page, and a complete sample APA style literature review as well. If you scroll down far enough in that Word document, you'll see a link there to a completed sample paper. So make sure you scroll down far enough to see it there. You can't miss it. So it's nice to have samples of a title page, an abstract page, and a final paper just to kind of see what you have to put together. Reverse engineer it, just look at the completed example, and then you can just work backwards from there. So definitely take advantage, and do make sure you review the attached checklist in those instructions in that Word file too. It's just kind of a bullet list of all kinds of do's and don'ts for your final paper. I've added to it over the years that I've taught the course. They're based on student performance and feedback that they've given me, what they would like to be reminded about there. So definitely take a look at that. Consider it a list of do's and don'ts for your literature review paper, things you do want to have in your paper and things you don't want to have in your paper. So there's two sides of that coin there, do's and don'ts, so make sure you review it there. And if you follow that carefully, you shouldn't have any trouble constructing more or less a paper with very few errors in it. I don't expect perfect papers. I seldom get a paper that's virtually flawless. There's always something in there, even if it's something minor. That's just the nature of the beast. So don't expect to have something perfect, but definitely try to be as error-free as you can. So examine those samples, examine the checklist, and also examine the rubric. If you scroll down far enough within the module there for the instructions, you'll see that there's a rubric file there too. Open that up just so you can see additionally what you need to be careful about. That'll really help you out there. Otherwise, enjoy your break, have a good time, get some rest. I'm going to be catching up on some work, both professionally and personally, but I'm also going to try to take a few days where I'm just going to blow off and do whatever I feel like, because I think we all need to do that from time to time, right? So I need that too, like anybody. So otherwise, I will see you next weekend. I'll post another check-in video, so take care. Till then.